Lesson 18. Comprehension. Comprehension means understanding. It requires you understanding about a given passage. Reading comprehension tests the ability to understand a passage and answer the questions based on it. It requires motivation, power of concentration, and good study techniques. Students are required to answer the questions carefully. The following steps are to be followed while answering the questions. Read the passage carefully and identify the main idea. Read it thoroughly twice. Do not use outside knowledge in selecting or formulating your answer. Always answer only from what is in the passage. The answer should be simple, clear, and to the point. Do not copy the same sentences in the passage. The meaning should be in the same tense as given. Read the following passage carefully and answer the questions that follow. Dolphins. Dolphins are regarded as the friendliest creatures in the sea, and stories of them helping drowning sailors have been common since Roman times. The more we learn about dolphins, the more we realize that their society is more complex than people previously imagined. They look after other dolphins when they are ill, care for pregnant mothers, and protect the weakest in the community. As we do, some scientists have suggested that dolphins have a language, but it is much more probable that they communicate with each other without needing words. Could any of these mammals be more intelligent than man? Certainly, the most common argument in favor of man's superiority over them that we can kill them more easily than they can kill us is the least satisfactory. On the contrary, the more we discover about these remarkable creatures, the less we appear superior when we destroy them. The need for planned cities. The first step is for us to realize that a city need not be a frustrator of life. It can be, among other things, a mechanism for enhancing life, for producing possibilities of living which are not to be realized except through cities. But for that to happen, deliberate and drastic planning is needed. Towns, as much as animals, must have their systems of organs. Those for transport and circulation are an obvious example. What we need now are organ systems for recreation, leisure, culture, community expression. This means abundance of open space, easy access to unspoiled nature, beauty in parks and in fine buildings, gymnasia and swimming baths, and recreation grounds in plenty, central spaces for celebrations and demonstrations, halls for citizens' meetings, concert halls and theatres and cinemas that belong to the city. And the buildings must not be built anyhow or dumped down anywhere. Both they and their groupings should mean something important to the people of the place. An ideal student. An ideal student is the one who is fully conscious of his duties and aware of his responsibilities. He paves the way for the younger generation to tread on. Every student should endeavor to be an ideal one. Students are the leaders of tomorrow, and a nation can prosper and reach the zenith of glory if it has a disciplined army of students. An ideal student lives in accordance with the strict rule of confident conduct, discipline. This is the time of life when foundation of character is laid. Without sense of discipline, the student is like a ship without rudder. It sails adrift and never comes safe to harbor. He must obey the rules of schools and colleges and dictates of his teachers and professors. He uses his discerning insight while selecting his companions. He is fully conscious of ensuring that not even a single evil force will tempt him. He knows well that a single rotten apple spoils all the apples in the basket.